Want you to just imagine for a quick second that your child, beautiful, kind, successful, goes to college for nursing. She's a daughter, a caring friend, and she decides to go on a run one day and someone murders your daughter. Just imagine that. You're so proud of her, such a beautiful individual, and someone decides to murder your daughter. For what motive? She wants to be a nurse. She's in school for nursing. And someone that doesn't even belong in the country murders this beautiful individual. This is what we're going to get into. Her name is Laken Riley. She was murdered by Jose. You see right here. Jose decided to take the life of Laken Hope Riley. That's what he did. I don't believe there's any motive has been identified just yet, but we are going to talk about this case. I want you to welcome to this true crime podcast. My name is Nove. Welcome to Novesity. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. This is not really political. This is not about immigration or borders, but damn, it really is about it. Police have finally identified who took the life of this poor girl, and it so happened to be this guy. He decided to take the life of this innocent girl. For what reason? This breaks my heart. I want to thank you so much for tuning in with me today. We're going to get involved. We got some updates. We got some updates as of tonight about this case. We don't know motive. We don't know exactly how he did it. We just know where it was, who he did it to, and who the person was. Get this loser out of my screen. Let's get into the details. I want to work at the beginning, but then we're going to follow through with the newest updates of Riley. Let's get into it.
Questioning a person of interest in the murder of a student whose body was found near the University of Georgia. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Police have identified the victim as...
Do me a favor, before I begin, hit the like and share button on Facebook for me. That means a lot to me. I would appreciate that so much. Tag one person, hit the follow button. On YouTube, hit that like button. Share. Hit the subscribe button. That means a lot to me, okay? Let's get it on.
22-year-old Laken Riley of Cherokee County. She was a nursing student at the University of Augusta's Athens campus. This major development comes as we learn more about the student who was tragically killed.
We have team coverage of this developing story tonight. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has a closer look at Riley's life, but we'll begin with Kim Luffler and the latest on the search for her killer tonight. Kim?
Well, Athens Clark County Police have set up their mobile command center here at the Cielo at Azulik Apartments off of Millage Avenue. Now, right now, we don't know if this person of interest lived at these apartments, but we do know police are speaking with someone in connection to the death of the Augusta University student. Police and GBI officials spent all day Friday searching near this apartment complex off of Millage Avenue in connection to the death of 22-year-old Laken Riley.
University of Georgia police have identified a person of interest who is being questioned.
Around noon Thursday, police say Riley's friend called them concerned after she didn't return from a run at the intramural fields near Lake Herrick. They found her body in that area soon after with visible injuries. According to UGA officials, Riley was enrolled at UGA through the spring semester of 2023 and then transferred to the Augusta University College of Nursing in Athens. She was a member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority. Both campuses canceled classes Friday. Family members placed flowers by Lake Herrick Friday morning. They weren't ready to speak on camera, but it was clear to see how much they loved her.
One of the things that has struck me in in the nearly 8 years I have worked here, and I've been a higher ed communicator for nearly 20 years, is the way this community is connected and the way that they support one another.
UGA students we spoke to were shaken up.
It's tragic because it happened in my backyard. I jog in that park about every single day.
So it happened in his backyard. Well, when the body was discovered, we didn't know exactly like if he moved it or something like that, but we're going to get into those details because I think I have a little bit of information, especially what I found on Twitter. Because this poor girl, what the hell did she do? And I'm also, if I know correctly, I believe I heard something about his brother worked there, and it's not, his brother had a fake green card. What is going on? Yo, we gotta know what happened here. We gotta know what happened.
So I don't feel safe.
Students say this apartment complex isn't a spot where students typically live.
This housing is just about for anybody. I don't know the residents very well.
You can rest assured that the University of Georgia Police, in cooperation, well, you can all see, with Athens Clarke County Police and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, are continuing to work around the clock to resolve this crime and to bring anyone involved with it to justice.
Again, we're still waiting to learn more about this person of interest. We are expecting an update from the University of Georgia later on this evening. And as soon as we get that information, we'll be sure to bring it right to you. Live this afternoon in Athens, Kim Loeffler, Fox 5 News.
Details are just so disturbing. Kim, thanks.
Okay, so now we know the basic, understanding. I want to read this to you real quick before we begin. All right. A 22-year-old nurse student was found dead. I'm just giving you the basics of the case, and then we're going to get onto the updates, okay? The recent updates. A 22-year-old nurse found dead at the University of Georgia intramural fields on Thursday afternoon. So let me get the date for that real quick. Fact check me if I'm incorrect, guys. You know, I like to get the facts. The 22nd. That wasn't it was the 15th. No. Well, let's get into it. All right. The student, Lake Hope Riley, had gone for a run, according to UGA. And when she didn't return at expected time, friends called police. UGA police found her body, which had visible injuries around 1 p.m. So they found her body with visible injuries, whatever that may be, showing injuries such as probably struggling, fighting, bruising, damaging. I believe that they found, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me for sure, blunt force trauma. That I'm not sure, but I read it somewhere. But let's continue. This is a press conference planned on Friday evening, 7 p.m. That was a couple of days ago. That was yesterday to be exact, where officials will provide the latest information regarding the investigation. Here's what we know as of Friday evening in the investigation, the victims. Police identified the victim as Laken Hope Riley. This is the basic stuff that I'm telling you, who was a nursing student at Augusta University, Athens, UGA campus. She previously was a UGA undergrad. Riley, 22, was a member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority. That's a nice name. Look at that. Okay, she graduated high school in 2020. Riley's body was discovered before 1 p.m. by a UGA police officer in a wooded area behind Lake Herrick. Okay, so it was okay. Oh, in a wooded area behind. Oh, in a wooded area. Disclosed location. Okay. The woods in this area are laced with trails and are a popular place for students and others to walk and jog. So it sounds like he so happened to stumble upon her. Maybe he stalked her. He knew her routine. Maybe a sense in that manner. Shout out to the friend who called 911 immediately. Who said that? Sarah M. Yes, Sarah M. That's exactly what I was thinking. Riley was at a location to run, and when she didn't return, a friend called UGA police shortly. W friend, W. Are there any? We don't have to get into that because we're going to get into. We already know who it is. Okay, so that was the basics. Now we're going to get into a timeline where it's from yesterday to right now. Actually, there he goes. Let's get into it.
Identified in the murder of 22-year-old University of Georgia student Laken Hope Riley, found dead on campus, brutally murdered. Outrage is rising, especially on word of who may have done it. Let's go to News Nation senior correspondent Brian Enton live in Athens, Georgia, with the latest. What do we know, my friend?
Yeah, Chris, press conference just wrapped up. The suspect is Jose Antonio Ibarra. He is a 26-year-old man, and the police chief here in Athens at the University of Georgia says that Ibarra is not a U.S. citizen. Exactly what that means, whether he is in the country illegally, we don't know. The chief said he didn't know, but he says he does know for sure that he is not a U.S. citizen and that he believes he is from Venezuela.
Excuse me? The guy that killed Riley, it's not even from our country? Really?
The charges he is facing include malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death. They say that this young woman died of blunt force trauma, Chris.
Yep.
It was a brutal beating. She went out for a jog. She's a nursing student. She didn't come home. The roommate was worried, called the police. They went out and looked near the intramural fields here at the University of Georgia, and that's when they discovered her body.
Brian, any indication on whether or not they believe this is a one-off or whether or not they have other unsolved homicides in the area or assaults?
They said, yeah, right now they said no indication that he's involved in anything else, but they called this a crime of opportunity and said that they did not know each other at all, that the victim and the suspect had no relationship that they know of. Again, she was just out jogging, and he apparently attacked her.
Not part of any organization or group or anything else. They believe that this is the guy. And how did it come up where he was from and what his legal status is?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the chief just said it, that he is not a U.S. citizen. He lived in an apartment building very, very close to near where Laken's body was found. I want to read you a little bit of this, Chris, because I found this really touching. Her family has posted a statement on a GoFundMe, and this really was a wonderful young woman. Laken, she was a class of 2025 nursing student here at the university. She was sweet. She was in Alpha Chi Omega when she was at the university. Compassionate soul whose life was sadly cut short. No words can express the pain and heartache that they feel. She was a wonderful friend, sister, daughter, touched the lives of everyone. Her infectious smile and contagious laugh lit up every room she entered. Not only did she have a kind-hearted spirit, but she excelled in academics. She was on the dean's list. She was a star cross-country runner. I mean, this young woman had everything ahead of her. Just crime of opportunity. I mean, she was just out on a jog in the same place that she goes running every single morning.
Oh my
By the way,
God.
It was broad daylight. I mean, this was, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Right. Look, crime of opportunity is another way of saying she was hunted by a monster. And this is one of our best being taken out by one of our worst. Brian Enton, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, we'll stay on this story because this guy not being a U.S. citizen is going to resonate, okay? It's not Enton's job. It's not my job, but you're going to hear it in politics. Now, let me just give you some context.
True. Kumo, you better speak, because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Yes, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I am sick of this. Please, everybody, do not make this political now. Let's stick to the direction. Riley, let's stick to it. Now, I'm not going to say you're wrong, or, I'm not saying that in general, but a lot of stuff is going down. You know what? I'm not trying to get political here, but it's working on my nerve. And we must be real here. I am sick of this. I'm sick of it. This girl, he just said, Brian Enton just said, she was brutally beaten. Take a look. She was brutally beaten. Now, again, nothing graphics being shown on this podcast. I have to say a disclaimer. YouTube, do me a favor. The guy that's going to watch my YouTube over, right? Because I know this is going to be limited. There's no reason to demonetize. I read your policies. I read through all of it before publishing. I'm not using any graphic terms, no graphic words, no graphic imagery, nothing even crazy, nothing political, nothing. Please. You guys made many mistakes in the past. I'm just saying, please, YouTube, please, okay? Thank you. Let's get back on track. He brutally beaten. That's what he said. So whatever they know, I don't know. I cannot tell you. I can't. He brutally beat this. Imagine taking a walk, a run, a jog just to stay healthy. Your daughter. And then she so happens to run along this, what do you call this thing? I don't know what to call it. This thing. Whatever you want to call this thing. Oh my gosh. And we're not finished with this. I'm going to come back to this. We are not finished with this. And I'm going to explain why, especially in New York City. Especially in New York City. I'm not saying it because I'm from here. I'm saying it because we got it bad here. I'm not done with this conversation. Ridiculous. What's going on?
By one of our worst. Brian Enton, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, we'll stay on this story because this guy not being a U.S. citizen is going to resonate, okay? It's not Enton's job. It's not my job, but you're going to hear it in politics. Now, let me just give you some context.
Hold on. Keiko and Breezy, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to, talk over the video, but thank you. Let's thank them both so much. I appreciate you both.
How many homicides do we have in the United States annually? Homicide is where someone causes the death of another. About 19,000 in 2023. That number's high, right? It's actually down about 12, 14%, depending on what blend you look at data-wise. 77% of you think that number is up. Why? Because of how we demonize in our party politics. How many of those homicides are committed by non-citizens? 0.00005%. 29 last year. But the illegals commit a lot more crime than citizens, right? Wrong, unless you include their illegal entry. The arrest rate for non-citizens is half of that for citizens. Now, here's my point. Everybody knows the border is a problem. They shouldn't have to scare you. The realities are frightening enough. Everyone should know that your leaders choose not to fix it because the problem works better for them politically than any solution. Why? Because it keeps you scared. Makes it easy to keep you divided. Who's got no heart? Who's got no brain? It makes it easier for them to get votes. And that's why you just saw that bill come and go, just like that. But the idea that illegals are driving murders and making us less safe, it's no more true now than it was when Katie Steinle's murder was abused for political advantage. The truth is enough. The border is broken. Bad things are going to happen when people come in unchecked and unregulated and unvetted. There's no reason to make it up into a boogeyman. The reality and the truth is enough for you to demand action. Hey, thank you for watching.
Okay.
Please go.
I kind of understand what he's talking about. I hope you guys are not, I'm going to be honest, tunnel visioned. Don't ever be tunnel visioned here. We don't do that here. I kind of understand what he's talking about. I'm going to make this clear for you. We commit our most crimes, us citizens in our own country, right? We commit our most crimes. He's saying that the illegals commit very, very, very a small fraction, 29 as of 2023. I do understand that. And he's correct. You waiting for a but, ifs, or because? No. I'm just saying he's correct. And I understand him. It doesn't make it right, even for illegals, to boost that number up as a whole. Now, this is not about politics here. I'm not going to make this I'm actually about to jump off this side of the conversation. But because of Riley dying and the abuse we're receiving from these illegals, it makes it seem like they are causing all the problems. As I don't want to say a specific group saying that another group is making all the problems. Just because you personally hear about it so much, that doesn't mean that it's all over the place. And that's what he's trying to say. But here's what I'm going to say as a small rebuttal. It doesn't make it right to even have it at all. If I'm going to go to somebody else's country, I damn sure better have respect. Because last time I checked, you are going to have respect when you go to somebody's home. You're going to take your shoes off. You're going to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I mean, that's how I was raised. I'll get my ass beat by my mama. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Enter my house. Take off your shoes. Wash your hands. Say thank you. Yes, please. Have a seat. That's respect. You're going to do that at somebody's house, right? Well, when you come into my country, you're going to have respect for me. I can see that they have made small minor crimes, but those crimes are raising and they're getting more aggressive, especially if we're giving them money, if we're allowing them to come and we're setting them free. That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. Now, again, let's not make this political. This is not about politics right now, okay? And I'm so sorry. This is about this beautiful girl. She so happened to be murdered by someone who's not from this country. But again, I'm not here to talk about Biden. I'm not here to talk about Trump. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about my main focus right here. So let's make this our main focus. Thank you.
News is we're continuing to follow out of the University of Georgia. Laken Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student, was murdered there. She went out for a job and didn't come back. Police found her bruised and bloodied body nearby. Jose Antonio Ibarra has been arrested, charged with a long list of things: murder, false imprisonment, several other charges. Police also announced Ibarra is not a U.S. citizen. Whether or not he is in the United States illegally or not is something that we are still trying to understand. Our Brian Enton was in the press conference, and he is going to come be with us in just a couple of minutes with more on what police said. We're also working our sources at CBP, Customs and Border Protection, and the Border Patrol to see what that name comes back to, the 26-year-old who is not a U.S. citizen. If it turns out he is an illegal immigrant, it will only be another part of the immigration story that has taken hold in the presidential election. It is something that every candidate has now been forced to talk about. Republicans have elevated the issue. President Biden knows it is a huge threat for him from swing voters, or for swing voters. Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Okay.
Homicide detective. I want to bring in Phil Waters. He's a retired homicide detective with the Houston Police Department, has investigated more than 400 homicide cases. The list is extensive, Phil, and you know it can always grow, right? They have the right to add charges later. I do not see rape on this charge.
Malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, concealing the death of another. She just said, I don't see RAPE. Now that's interesting. So if he doesn't have a motive to RAPING her, what was the point, Jose, for laying your hands on this woman? What is the point? Why did you do this? Why? Because when I jog, when I go on a run, I have my headphones in. I'm pretty sure 70%, 80% of the whole country does that. Can't speak for everyone. But we're focused. We're running. We're out of breath. You think she stopped to say, you immigrant? No, she didn't say that. I don't believe that. So what can be your possible motive for even having a conversation with this girl? This poor, what can you have? You have all of these charges, and you expect me to believe that she did something to you? Someone who is successful, honorable, has no bad record, that is doing good. The girl pays her damn taxes. But you, with these charges, let me tell you something. If you're going to come to my country for a better life, you're going to be taken out. as other people in jail who also get life or death. Best to believe they better be looking for those charges. I better see firing squad, death, penalty, something. I better see that. Because if you're going to come for opportunity, you better be taken out the same way as we do. Goodbye.
Charge. I wanted to get your take, seeing that list and what story that list tells us.
Well, good evening, Ashley. I will tell you what it tells me is that they had asked the chief what was the motivation here, and he said there was no known motivation. Now, there has to be motivation. There's 3 reasons why people murder people: sex, drugs, or money.
Right.
Obviously, I don't think there's a drug component here. I don't think that he was there hijacking her, so that leaves the sexual assault part of this as a component. It's my speculation, based on what we know, that this assembly of charges here is to ensure that he's going to be tried for a capital crime. And yes, the death penalty will apply. So it'll be up to the prosecutors to see if they're going to pursue that. But the reason you don't see sexual assault here is because it didn't happen. And I think that what this suspect's motivation was, she may have been a random target, and the chief used an opportunist, a crime of opportunity, which it was. But I got to believe that this guy has been scoping this area out. It's next to the intramural fields. He knows that these college students are running across this area all the time, and he was there looking for this opportunity. And unfortunately, here comes Lakin, and it was the time for him to strike. And I think that the reason you have a sexual assault is because she fought him with such ferocity, he wasn't able to accomplish what he was seeking to do.
Yep.
God, I hope so. And I hope that, you know, they've got DNA under her fingernails that will tell an even clearer story. Just quickly, I only have 30 seconds left, but there's a charge of kidnapping and false imprisonment. Now, we know from the O.J. Simpson trial, kidnapping can be, I moved you a few feet against your will. I get that. False imprisonment, though, does that tell you that they discovered her tied up?
I don't know that they discovered her tied up, but he's keeping her in an area and not allowing her to leave. So that may be the elements of false imprisonment in Georgia. That may be the component there for that charge. But like I said, they've got a whole host of charges here to ensure that he's going to be tried, if he is tried, for a capital offense.
Then the next thing is that there's concealment. Does that mean he tried to cover up the body, tried to obscure the body, maybe put the body in a drainage culvert, some way to obscure, again, concealing the death of another?
Well, it's my understanding that I read the incident report that was put out by the officer that found her, and he finds her in the woods. So I would imagine that there's a haphazard effort to try to conceal her body as he's making his escape. So you've got the elements of several different crimes here, all in one crime scene. So I think the prosecutors are covering all the bases here in terms of what they're going to prosecute this suspect.
So right now you're looking at the map, Lake Herrick, and this is the fields. And they found her, I believe, in the back, in the wooded area, as I read it to you guys. I'll try to get something better for this so you can take a better look, okay? Dory Land, thank you for the 145 stars. Sue M for the 200 stars. Thank you. She says, my daughter lives about 30 minutes from the campus. She has told me it is not a good area, not to go around there. Does she go to school there? Guys, if you know anybody who goes to school there, I would love to do an interview with them live here on Novesity. I would appreciate that. Tag someone who does. Share this with them. DM it, say, hey, you should go on this show live. Do that right now. Right now. Do that. I want to get the full scope of this case, like I do in every case. I want to get in deep. I want to get involved. I need to know more insight on this, the school, the friends, you name it. Because this is ridiculous. Not only against this poor girl, but someone who didn't need to die over someone who didn't need to be here.
Suspect for.
You're right. And if they go after death penalty, they've got all sorts of aggravators that they can throw on that list as well. Phil Waters, as always, so appreciate your information, your advice, your background, and it's just so sad that we meet for these things. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for watching.
I want to continue these videos. We're getting updated now by, let me see, they're searching. I believe, you want to know the crazy part? Do you know that this guy has a wife? Yes, he does. This guy has a wife. Look at this guy. Look, what is it? What is he? Yes, he does. I have an article that I'm going to read to you guys. He has a wife. Let's keep going down this timeline real quick, okay, guys? Let's understand this story. What's going on, the details. They are laying down the details here, and I'm giving it to you on this podcast. Diane on Facebook with 100 stars. She said, some people are just evil. Well said, Diane.
There is some big news on the immigration status that News Nation has tracked down. Tell me.
Yeah, there is. It was sort of left open-ended at the press conference because the chief just said that Ibarra was not a U.S. citizen and that he believed he had come here from Venezuela. But News Nation's Ali Bradley, who is our border correspondent, has confirmed with her sources that Ibarra was, in fact, in the United States illegally. Her sources confirmed that Ibarra crossed the border in September of 2022, crossed over in El Paso, and that he was released due to a lack of detention space, and somehow ended up right here, living right where I'm standing in Athens, Georgia. Homeland Security investigations, ICE, they were part of the arrest today. Because he is here illegally, of course, though, he will still be tried in this county. He will be in the county jail. He'll go through the normal process. But because he was here illegally and had crossed the border, the ICE authorities are also now part of the process.
Well, if they find him guilty, he's never leaving America. He got his wish. He will stay in incarceration, probably toe tag parole till he dies, unless Georgia, as I recall, has the death penalty, unless they decide to seek the death penalty in this particular case. The list of charges, I'm going to go over it in a minute and what those charges actually mean, because there's a lot of aggravators that can be tied into those charges. But tell me about the activity in the apartments. Like that's a lot of agencies. Like I think the Homeland Security investigations, Georgia Bureau of Investigations, Clark County Police, Student Police, and then the feds as well involved, and ICE. So who is searching the apartments, and have you seen them bringing anything out?
Yeah, and by the way, I wanted to remind you, we're waiting on a mugshot. We're hoping to get a mugshot. We're told we're going to get a mugshot, so as soon as we get it, we'll bring it to you right away. But you mentioned the apartment complex. I'm going to step out of the way about a mile from where her body was found, and there is still activity tonight. You've got police out here tonight, mostly Georgia Bureau of Investigations. The agents are out here going in and out of several different apartments. It's unclear which one was his. They've been talking to people out here. And what was interesting, Ashley, and we've got video of this, we watched them do this all day. They went to dumpster after dumpster after dumpster, and then they went to trash cans even across the street at the gas station and at the bus stop. And they were opening up, you see right here, they were opening up the trash bags and looking very, very carefully in every single trash bag. So there is something that they were looking for. They also looked in the hedges. It wasn't like just one of those searches where they're sort of just broadly searching for something. It was very clear they were looking, I think, for something specific.
You guys think that they were looking for a weapon or something that they can see visibly on her skin? These marks, these markings, these wounds she probably have. Do you guys think that it was a clear indication that he used some type of weapon? That's interesting. No, she doesn't go to school there. She doesn't. She's a grad, but I thought she was an undergrad.
Which could be very interesting.
Could be a murder weapon, could be clothing. I mean, they found him so quickly. They said they used, surveillance cameras, and I would imagine if you can find somebody that quickly, you can basically just do the popcorn trail. Every camera that he appears on and leaves is picked up by the next, and maybe along the way he ditched clothing or a murder weapon, allegedly, if he's the killer. Did they take all of the garbage with them? Because I saw them pulling it out. I saw them opening bags. But did they actually collect all that garbage and in every one of those dumpsters and garbage cans and take it with them?
No, they didn't. That's why I think they were looking for something specific, because they were going through the garbage bags. But then when they didn't see what they were looking for, they actually put it all back in the bag and then put it.
What the hell were they looking for, chat? What in the world could they possibly be looking for? This is interesting to me. Amanda with 100 stars says, is the wife in the States? I believe she was in a detention facility or some sort. I'm going to read it to you in a second. Teresa M. Lord with 100 stars. Thank you, Teresa.
Right back into the dumpster.
All right. So again, I just want to reiterate as we do this interview, the breaking news is that the man they arrested, Jose Antonio Ibarra, is in fact in the United States illegally from Venezuela. He crossed over the border at El Paso. He was arrested September 2022 during that border crossing. And then, as has happened over and over, he was released because they didn't have enough space for detention. And he made his way to the university campus, allegedly, to commit this murder, allegedly. I want to talk about Laken Riley, because that person deserves more coverage. This young 22-year-old woman who was a regular runner, Brian. We see the picture of her in her nursing coat. She had been a student at UGA, right? But that she transferred to do nursing at a nearby university?
That's right. She was at the University of Georgia. She was in a sorority at the University of Georgia. I mean, just look at her photos. She was bright and vibrant. She was smart. She had so many friends here. Everyone is so heartbroken. But yeah, she was at UGA. She transferred to Augusta University College. They've got a partnership program for nursing, so she was going through the nursing program now. She was a cross-country runner, a really, really strong athlete in high school, which makes sense why she was out running yesterday. She was on the dean's list. She was just, people said she would light up the room.
Thank you for watching.
Unbelievable. Okay. Now we're getting into the most updated case. I mean, the updated on this case. So now shit is going to get real, because now they have his mugshot. He's arrested, and something about his brother and now his wife. Something is happening. Seems to be a trail of a lot of crimes happening within his family. Not saying with the wife, but the brother I know is arrested. Arrested for something. It may be something to do with his documents, but I did hear that he works at that school. Let's find out. Let's see. How does he tie to this? Motive possibly? I don't know, but why? Why this girl? Why? This is getting interesting. Hit the follow button on Facebook, YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Actually, a lot of people are hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate that so much. Facebook, can we get just, I would say 30 more shares? I would appreciate that. Hit the like button, Facebook, YouTube. Let's get involved, because something's not right in this case, and we need to know why. He has a whole bunch of charges. They found something, and they just keep looking. Let's see what they found. Precious Carmelo, thank you so much for the 200 stars. Thank you.
So that was released of the suspect, and just moments ago, our Fox 5 Atlanta station was in court for the suspect's first appearance. It was very brief, but I want to play it for you here, raw and unfiltered.
Okay, are we ready to proceed? All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Donrell Green. I'll be presiding over the first appearance hearing for Mr. Jose Antonio Ibarra. Present representing Mr. Ibarra is John Donnelly, Western Circuit Public Defender Director, and Public Defender Aaron Wallace. Providing translation is an employee of the Public Defender's Office, Brittany Lopez, and Jose Antonio Ibarra is also present in the courtroom. The court has considered the request of the media for coverage, and that request was obviously granted. with some limitations. And so now we are appropriately in a position to proceed with first appearance. And so Mr. Ibarra has been charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, obstructing an emergency call, and concealing the death of another person. Have you had an opportunity to explain these charges to your client, Mr. Donnelly?
Yes.
All right. Any questions about the charges?
No, sir.
All right. This court is not authorized under Georgia law to set bond in light of these charges. However, Mr. Ibarra will have an opportunity to petition for bond before a Superior Court judge at a later date. I don't have a preset date to give at this time, but of course his attorneys are capable and aware of the processes related to that.
You know what's so crazy? You know what always confused me, guys? Is that how when we are arrested and read our Miranda rights as Americans, we have our right to be appointed to a lawyer if we don't have one? Am I wrong for saying this? But how does he get one if he's not an American? I hope that's not a question that sounds very ignorant, but someone that committed a crime, I mean, maybe that's a stupid question. I don't want to ask stupid questions. It just doesn't, it's a bit strange to me how he's represented. It bugs my mind. It bugs my mind. It bugs my mind.
The matter will be sent to Superior Court for further proceedings. Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, so bond will be denied for today. I do encourage Mr. Ibarra to stay in contact with his attorney and with his attorneys at the Public Defender's Office. I'm sure they have advised him of his rights and will continue to do so. And if there's nothing further.
And Your Honor, just as to that matter, part of the reason we are here today is not only to assert the Sixth Amendment right to counsel and, officially enter our appearance, which we will reduce to writing at the first opportunity Monday, business opens, but also go ahead and assert his Fourth Amendment rights and the corresponding provisions under the Georgia Constitution. Any waiver that may have previously been given is hereby rescinded, and we will certainly also reduce that to writing as far as searches of any persons, places, records, medical records, things of that nature. And we're also asserting his rights under the Fifth Amendment to remain silent under the U.S. Constitution and corresponding provisions of the Georgia Constitution. And we will certainly also reduce that to writing and serve the appropriate parties on Monday, but we are revoking any prior waivers.
Okay. Understood. Very good. And so one is denied, and here's a copy of the court's order for both the sheriff's office as well as the defendant. And if there's nothing further, that does conclude this matter. Thank y'all.
All right, a very brief initial court appearance for the suspect accused of murdering a nursing student at Augusta University on the UGA campus. This is a story that we have been tracking very closely here on Live Now from Fox as it has been developing. Now, a bit early on this morning, I did have a chance to speak with one of the reporters there at Fox 5 Atlanta as they were covering this story on the ground. I want to play that quick report for you here on Live Now from Fox. On the UGA campus, now this is a story that we have been tracking on the University of Georgia campus. That is where a nursing student at Augusta University was found murdered a few days ago. Now we're learning a suspect is in custody. Lindsay Tuman with our Fox 5 Atlanta team has been following this story, joining us now from Athens with those details. Good morning, Lindsay. A lot of people are feeling a bit of a sigh of relief knowing that a suspect has been taken into custody.
Yeah, Josh, it was quick work by police and local investigators here. And what they've told us is that 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra is now behind bars here at the Athens-Clarke County Jail. They brought him into custody last night. They tell us that he is a citizen of Venezuela here in Athens illegally. They also say this appears to be a crime of opportunity. UGA police brought Jose Antonio Ibarra into custody Friday night in connection to the death of 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley.
He has been charged with the following: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another.
Riley's friend called police on Thursday when she did not return home from a run near the intramural fields on the UGA campus. Police found her unconscious and not breathing in a nearby wooded area behind Lake Herrick. Police say they were able to link 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra to the crime.
He lives here in Athens, but is not a U.S. citizen.
Laken attended UGA through the spring of 2023. She was in the Augusta University nursing program studying in Athens. Investigators say she and the suspect did not appear to know each other.
At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
Investigators spent much of Friday collecting evidence, looking through video footage, and searching the suspect's apartment.
The evidence suggests that this was a solo act. We took 3 or 4 people in custody. However, we're only going to arrest 1 in this case.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in now, got to reiterate real quick. We are talking about the girl, Laken Riley, who was brutally murdered, brutally beaten by this, I don't know what you want to call this thing you see here on your screen here. This thing right here. He brutally beat her to death for whatever, I don't know what reason he had. They said that there was no ties towards him and her. I'm going to get to the part where his brother works there. I believe so. I want to get to that part. You know what? I don't want to wait no more. This is the newest video that just came out about it. But hold on. Update. Illegal immigrant from Venezuela arrested and charged for the murder and nursing student Laken Riley at the University of Georgia. That's what we're talking about right now. If you just tuned in, this is a true crime podcast. My name is Nove. Welcome to Novesity. Hit the follow button. You enjoy this content as I let people know what's going on in your everyday lives of America, where there's true crime happening every single day. And we're talking about Riley. And this is Jose Antonio, whatever you call him. This monster decided to take her out one day while she was jogging randomly. Don't know why. Jose Antonio was released into U.S. by Customs and Border Patrol. Congratulations. They did not have enough space at the detention facility to hold him. So they decided to release this wildebeest out because there wasn't enough space. But yet, there's a whole bunch of land. But yet, they used the hotels in New York City. But yet, they took children out of their schools to put them inside. But yet, they built facilities to put them in there and give them money every day. But there's no space. So they said, hey, New York, hey, Georgia, hey, take him, because there's no space. Congratulations. 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 Great, you're embarrassing my country again. Congratulations. Who's responsible for this? Customs and Border Patrol. Congratulations. 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 That's crazy. Because last time I checked, I pay taxes for you to arrest monsters, not to release them back, right? I mean, if you go to if your child cries to you at night because she said she had a scary dream about a monster, you're not going to tell or she saw a monster in her closet. You're not going to shove your child into the closet you saw the monster in, right? No, you're not going to do that. That's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. You took this guy, you had him in your custody, and you said, you know what? We didn't have no room. So we're going to take you and we're going to release you to the wild. Because what? You have no room? Then put him in your house. Laken Riley, 22, was found dead in a wooden area at UGA campus after being reported missing by her roommate. Okay, this is the most up-to-date stuff, but I want to get involved. University of Georgia spokesman just announced they have a person of interest. They are questioning right now, part of the investigation, and that's who you saw. DC with the 5 gifted subs. DC, can we say thank you to DC, please? Can we say thank you to DC, please, in the chat? She gifted out 5 subs. So did KC, and so did... Shit, I forgot the other person. Sorry. Co, thank you. DC, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you, DC. It's good to see you again, girl. Where you been? Let's get into the most up-to-date stuff. Where's that? Let's watch this video real quick.
New details this morning about the man charged in the murder of a woman on the campus of the University of Georgia. Brian Enton has been following this case. He is live in Georgia. This case has just garnered national attention. Brian, good morning.
Yeah, it has, Hannah, because it's just so tragic. This victim was such a beautiful young woman. She had so much to look forward to. Her life tragically taken. We're outside the jail here in Athens, Georgia. This is where the suspect was booked overnight. We know that he cooperated with police, at least somewhat. They say that they were questioning him, and then they brought him here to the jail sometime in the overnight hours. I want to show you the brand new mugshot, though, that we got of this guy overnight. This is Jose Antonio Ibarra. The police chief said that he is not a U.S. citizen, and through our border correspondent, Ali Bradley, we were able to confirm that he is from Venezuela, that he is in the country illegally. Through her sources, she confirmed that he crossed the border in El Paso in 2022, that he was stopped by the Border Patrol there, but because the facilities, the holding facilities are full, he was let go. He somehow ended up here in Athens, Georgia. Police say he brutally murdered 22-year-old Laken Riley near the intramural fields here at the University of Georgia. It's terrible. She was out on a run. Her roommate was concerned when she didn't come home, called the police. They went out and looked, and very quickly they discovered her body in a wooded area. The chief says she suffered blunt force trauma. Right now, Ibarra charged with a number of different things, including malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. Listen to what the chief told us last night.
The evidence is robust. It is supported by key input from the community, physical evidence, and expert police work. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras networks, which proven vital in many cases. At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
I think that's what makes this just so terrifying. You see out there, they're looking through dumpsters. This was yesterday and into last night, all around where that man lived, where Ibarra lived. Obviously, they're looking for something because they went into every single dumpster. They went into every single trash can, going through all of the trash bags. As for the victim, Laken Riley, obviously this entire community is still in shock over this. We know that a vigil is now planned for her Monday at her sorority here in Athens. Hannah?
Brian, you and I have lived in Georgia.
Riley.
We've reported in Georgia. We know this area very, very well. What is the school telling its students? Should they be worried, especially now knowing this was a random attack?
Well, they're telling them now that things are safe. I mean, yes, they were concerned before the arrest was made yesterday. They actually shut down the University of Georgia. They canceled classes until Monday, which is pretty much unprecedented. There has not been a murder here in 40 years. So you can imagine how on edge this campus was. But obviously relief now that the suspect is behind bars, and the chief made very clear they don't believe anyone else is involved, Hannah.
Brian Enton, live in Georgia. Great reporting as always, my friend. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
I want to put this on real quick. So what's linked to him is his brother. In this case, let me see here. It's this one. Laken Riley murder suspect's brother fired from UGA dining hall job after presenting fake green card. Wow. So his brother had a fake green card and oh, shoot. Oh, so damn. So his brother also, it's true. His brother was not supposed to be here. And it says that he has been arrested. He has been arrested for having fake identification. That he is not actually a United States citizen as well. Governor Kemp calls Joe Biden. Wow, I try not to get into politics and it just finds me back. Migrant suspect in Lake Riley murdered cross-border in El Paso before being busted in NYC and released. Wife reveals. Wow.
With the details, Mary.
Investigators announced those charges against the suspect, saying they don't believe that he knew the victim in this case. He was taken into custody today as investigators say the evidence is, quote, robust.
I'm going to see. I'm trying to talk about his wife.
We are obtaining arrest warrants for Jose Antonio Ibarra, 26 years of age. He lives here.
Hold on, I want to try to get to his wife.
But is not a U.S. citizen.
And Chief Clark went on to say there's no indication of a continuing threat to the community related to this case at this time. The suspect will be transported to the Athens-Clarke County Jail.
So this is a video of Riley right here.
You have it. You're lying. You're a bad liar. I'm not gonna swear. You.
So that's Riley right here. That's her right there. This is the girl that got murdered. By the way, thank you to all my supporters over at Facebook. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I see all them stars. DC! Oh my God, DC! DC! Oh my God! DC, you better stop! God damn, DC. Holy chicken strips. DC just gifted 15 memberships over at YouTube. Sorry about that. She's crazy. DC's wild. So I'm showing you all video footages of, oh, this is her right here, her friends. Oh, she's so, like, just full of life. Look at her. Oh, my God. How can you do this? How can you do it? How dare you? How can you? How can you? Keep this. I'm going to play the video of her, the girl that was brutally murdered in Georgia. She's a nursing student. DC, you better comment something. Welcome, new members. That's DC right there. New members, please put a thank you to DC. She gave you a membership for 1 month. Look at her. She's so full of life. Look at her. This is crazy. It's like you, I don't get why would you do that? That's her right here. That's her right here playing the guitar. Okay, her friend is playing with dolls. Don't worry about it. I did it too. I did it too when I was young. 25 years young. Oh, this is brutal, man. This is brutal. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Where's Elizabeth? I don't know. I have no idea. But DC, man. This is sad, man. This poor girl, man.
We're live.
Okay. Let's look at the more information on... I don't even want to talk about this. I don't. It's just... that's something else. You know, I know people keep saying, hey, Nove, I know you tell us not to talk about the immigration, and it's just, I don't want people to fight. You know what I'm saying? And I understand we have an immigration problem. I'm not trying to avoid that. As you can tell, I'm not. I'm against it 100%. They are currently terrorizing New York City, guys. They just jumped and stabbed a 17-year-old 2 days ago in New York City. People in my city are getting furious with them, and it's going to be, mark my words, if they keep going on with this, there's going to be an all-out war in New York City. Mark my words. I promise you. Watch. Keep up your shit. Keep that up. Because if stuff like this keeps happening, I know that it's low. I know the rate is low, but the rate keeps going up. I know. This reminds me of Rachel Mornin's case. Hopefully they do a DNA to see if it's a match. Lots of similarities in both cases. How did she sadly pass, and what year was this? If you don't mind me asking, Chantel. And I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day. And congratulations, you are the first super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll keep that up there for a couple more minutes. This is interesting. Plus, super chat. Why not? Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, and that one being Ibarra, who's now behind bars here in the Athens Clarke County Jail without bond. No word yet on when he'll face that first appearance, but we're going to be following those developments as they come up. Back to you, Josh.
All right, and Lindsay, we understand that the suspect's brother was also arrested here. What do we know about that?
So from what we've gathered from the U.S. State's attorney or U.S. Attorney's Office is that investigators actually picked up Diego Ibarra. They thought that he matched the description of a suspect in a homicide. They later determined that to be his brother, Jose. But Diego is being charged with providing a false green card, and he could face up to 10 years behind bars for that. Now, he is not being charged at all in connection to this homicide, though. Those are completely unrelated charges.
All right. Thank you so much, Lindsay Tuman there with our Fox 5 Atlanta team following the story on the ground. We appreciate it, and we'll check back in, of course, as there are updates.
Damn, damn it, Chantel, I didn't see your comment. Chantel, I get so many comments, Chantel, but somebody telling me that it is similar in the case, so I will look into that. What would be best, and this is what I tell people, to join the Discord. You can ask anybody in the chat. The Discord is amazing. I especially want my members. If you have that crown or a green badge on Facebook, I need you to join the Discord. It's in the description, okay? It's in the description. I'll put !DC, Starry. Can you put that on YouTube for me? I appreciate you. And thank you, Starry. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day, Starry. I'm going to be putting more comments on. If you have a badge, your comments are a priority. They both need to stay in the U.S. now. They in jail. They crazy. Just stay here. I mean, if they want to get rolled, in jail, Breezy with the 5. She says, I put a link in Discord about Rachel. She was killed running on a bike path, but it's being said they are not connected. Oh, okay. So you kind of just cleared it for me, but they are not connected. But I still want to check it out, Breezy. But thank you for clearing that up, Breezy. Thank you. Remember, guys, on Discord, make sure you submit things, not in general chat, in their perspectives, cases. You see the name of the case. Put only links. The links are those cases are not for texting. That's only for general chat, please. Okay. I just want to be organized. I just joined your Discord and ASMR. Thank you for joining Novesity Discord. We appreciate you. All information is there. The problem with letting people in illegally, it's you don't know their crime history. Let's be blunt. Very well said. Very well said. This is very true. And this is a problem that we're facing, especially when it comes to people like this, where they just want a normal life. And this, you know, the way that she died could have been anybody. Do you know that? Do you guys think about that? It could have been me. It could have been you. You don't know what he had on her to held her against her will. That's why, guys, did you put the two together? She could have, she's a runner, she's a track star, she's a runner. She runs. But literally, why didn't she just run? Maybe he had something. Or it's not like he beat her. Brian Enton said that. Brian Enton said that he beat her. This poor girl beat her. She was brutally beaten. That is his words, not mine. Let's reiterate. I'm going to show you again. He said that. Brutally beaten. Look.
They went out and looked near the intramural fields here at the University of Georgia.
Listen.
And that's when they discovered her body.
Brian, any indication on whether or not they believe this is a one-off or whether or not they have other unsolved homicides in the area or assaults?
They said, yeah, right now they said no indication that he's involved in anything else, but they called this a crime of opportunity and said that they did not know each other at all, that the victim and the suspect had no relationship that they know of. Again, she was just out jogging, and he apparently attacked her.
Not part of any organization or group or anything else. They believe that this is the guy. And how did it come up where he was from and what his legal status is?
Yeah, the chief just said it, that he is not a U.S. citizen. He lived in an apartment building very, very close to near where Laken's body was found. I want to read you a little bit of this, Chris, because I found this really touching. Her family has posted a statement on a GoFundMe, and this really was a wonderful young woman. Laken, she was a class of 2025 nursing student here at the university. She was sweet. She was in Alpha Chi Omega when she was at the university. Compassionate soul whose life was sadly cut short. No words can express the pain and heartache that they feel. She was a wonderful friend, sister.
Did you guys hear that, right? Did you guys hear it? Did you guys hear it?
Daughter touched the lives of everyone. Her infectious smile and contagious laugh lit up every room she entered. Not only did she have a kind-hearted spirit, but she excelled in academics. She was on the dean's list. She was a star cross-country runner. I mean, this young woman had everything ahead of her. You know, just crime of opportunity. I mean, she was just out on a jog in the same place that she goes running every single morning. By the way, it was broad daylight. I mean, this was
broad daylight.
9, 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Right. Look, crime of opportunity is another way of saying she was hunted by a monster. And this is one of our best being taken out by one of our worst. Brian Enton, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now,
if you missed it, he said it. Brutally beaten. These are details that people know on the case more than people behind the screen. This is exactly this is why I built Novesity. This is why I built this. Because I'm trying to fix that gap between you and the people who actually know the details. That's why I get all the information. It takes me hours. I gather it up and I present it to you. That's why we do this. Because it's information like this that we didn't hear that to any other news stations. And I caught that. Brutally beaten, blunt trauma to the head. Now we're creating the scenario as if we're there. This poor girl's running. And the only way, she's a runner, she's gonna outrun him. You think for 1 second this guy could outrun her? No. The only thing he's running to is the toilet after he finished a whole bowl of chili. But this chick is fit. She's intelligent, smart, healthy. She's out of there. So what I'm trying to say is he probably used a tool, something to assist him on slowing her down, hitting her, brutally beaten, slowing her down, trauma to the head. And you want to know why I have backup proof for that? because the police were searching for something they cannot find. And if they search for something, they can find that tool he used and match its physical trait to the marks on her body. And that's how they conclude that weapon was tied to her. How can they tie the weapon to him? Fingerprints, blood, DNA under her fingernails, anything she used. Oh my God, baby girl, this poor girl, I hope you fought him off. You tried your best. You tried, Riley. You did everything you could, and I'm pretty sure you tried to get up. You tried to do anything you could. And I know you probably did so much. And I know you did it, and I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ladies, be very careful when running. A lot of people say don't use your headphones. I know it's hard to not use headphones, but travel safe. Watch your surroundings. Look behind you always. Carry a pepper spray. I used to tell my ex-girlfriend every day, I bought her taser and I bought her pepper spray. I said, carry your pepper spray more than that taser. I'm sad because I'm thinking about the scenario. I'm thinking about her jogging through the woods and this guy, like, what? He didn't SA her so that we know of, but then what did you do? But what was the point? Did you know you overpowered her too much? You got scared and you ran away and couldn't finish your job? You have a wife. Don't you have a wife? That's illegal also? Does she know what you did? Well, guess what? Now you're damn sure she know what you did. I hope in jail. I hope in jail. I hope they. Oh my God, I can't say the things that I can't say. Say it for me, chat. Say it for me. Say it for me. Say it for me. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And I'm glad that I have a voice. I'm glad that this is why I do this podcast, because this is ridiculous. I don't got the brother's mugshot, but I'm the brother's mugshot, but I will get to it. All I have is this thing's face, and I have this beautiful girl's face. I'm telling you, there's going to be more in this case because we're not done with this. Absolutely not. We don't know motive. We don't know how. Autopsy, preliminary results. Guys, I'm on top of this. We're not done. We got a lot more to talk about. Best to believe that. And I'll be on it because I want justice for that baby girl. It's not a job. And it's not just about arresting him. Yay, we did it. We got it. No, it's not. It's not about that. It's about the correct justice, the correct one. Personally, me, I'm a little different from you guys. You might find me evil. I don't care. I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy. Absolutely. I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy. That's me. Don't put me as judge. Don't put a badge on me. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm more like the Joker than Batman. I'm more like, to me, I believe you have to break rules to get shit done. Sometimes laws and rules are not fixed in place to benefit these victims. No, I don't. I'm an eye for an eye type of guy. I am. 100%. And this is exactly the change that we need because we got people like this that are dying for no reason. For no reason. That even people that are not supposed to be here. But yet, guess what? They're getting the American treatment. You're going to get a lawyer. I'm paying I'm paying my taxes to feed this fuck. That's what I'm doing. My taxes go to a cook who works at that jail cell who's cooking up him some nice gravy and green eggs and ham for you to eat in jail. If it was me, the only thing that I'm paying for is the liquid that's in the tube that's going to put them out, gone. Or just the rope that's going to take them away. If it's just me. Yeah, call me brutal. Call me whatever names you want. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because the only thing that's going to scare people away is eye for an eye. Go ahead, tell people, oh, you got locked up, you're going to go to jail. Slap on the wrist. Why do you think these immigrants in New York City are going crazy havoc every day? Killing people, stabbing 17-year-olds. Because they like, oh, we got away. Oh, hey, what happened? They let you go? Yeah, they let me go, fool. Oh, yeah, they did? They did. They jumping cops. They're throwing stuff at cop police. They're punching them because we're giving you slap on the wrist. If anything, my government is giving you money to kill us. That's what's happening. We're giving you a Visa card with money on it. And that's exactly what's happening. That's why they think it's okay. And that's not gonna deter them. It's the opposite of a deterrent. It's gonna allow them to keep doing what they're doing. Not me. I would do, oh my God, let me shut up. Okay, now I know I'm gonna be in trouble. I would do, let's just say public displays. Let's just say. This is the problem because times are more sensitive than anything because we're too lenient and we care about your feelings and we're soft-hearted and we're like, oh my God, he's okay. He wants to come here. Now, I believe immigrants should come to the country to start a better life? Do it the correct way. Enter the United States. Get a job, pay your taxes, be registered, answer the questions, know the history, respect our people. And then if you want to come, absolutely, I'm for that. I have nothing against you at all. But if you want to come the wrong way and harm my American people and kill our kids, rape our women, no. Afraid of ISIS? No, you better be afraid of me. This is bullshit. And I'm not for this. I'm not for this. I'm not for this. I am not for this. God is going to judge him. I'm sorry. Then I guess my name is God because I'm judging him. And I will set a good example on him. Good one. A good example. That's why I cannot be a judge. I cannot be the Grim Reaper. I cannot be. No, I cannot be. They are stealing iPhones like crazy too because they have access to your Apple Pay. Oh shit, DC, you telling me this shit. You better fill me in, girl. DC, you better fill me in. Breezy with the 10. Breezy, you are on a roll today. You DC, or what is going on? K Cole? What's and let me do the correct way. Breezy. Oh yeah, Breezy. Oh Jesus. Breezy, what is going on with you, girl? You are on a roll today. She said, go to the lake page on Discord. I found the brother's mugshot. Oh! Chat, hold on. Wait a minute. Wasn't this guy in New York? Mugshot of Jose. W's Breezy in the chat. W for Breezy. W's. I want these W's are also for DC and Keiko. Whoever assisted. W's. Wait, Ben, shut up, Ben. What did Ben say? Hold on. Whoa. What's going on? Shut up, Ben. What did Ben say? Can I get involved? Can I get involved? What did Ben say in the chat? What's going on? Can I know? I want to know. Stop it, dude. Ben says, God will judge you for being a fake racist. Ben, I'm a fake racist. Ben, I'm a fake racist. Ben, I'm Italian. I'm half white and I'm half black. And I was raised in a mix of black Spanish community. And my mother did too. I just feel like no matter what I do, Even myself could be called a racist. So if I'm for white people, I'm a racist against blacks or Spanish. If I'm for black people, I'm a racist against whites and Spanish. If I'm for Spanish people, I'm a racist against blacks and whites. It's all a mix. So Ben, when can I be right? When did this become about racism? This has nothing to do with racism. I am a fair man. This is why I do this podcast, because I'm very fair. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't see color. That's corny. That's cringe. Of course I see color. I'm all about facts, data, and reports. That's what I'm about. I'm about science. I'm a man of science. I'm a real motherfucker. I promise you that. But for you to say that I'm a racist, how am I racist? For saying that I don't like someone that killed another girl? How is that racism? I understand if I said I don't like blankety blanks, that would make me racist. Absolutely. But that has never came out of my mouth in my entire life. Because I think racism is pathetic. I think it's stupid. I think people killing over people and hating other people, especially over politics, over color, is pathetic of you. This is not about racism. This is about an individual who's making his race look stupid. That's what it's about. But he's just a 1%er. He's less of a 1%er. He's 0.00001. I don't blame Venezuela at all. I love those people. Those people are beautiful. I'm just blaming the individual, not the race. So Ben, get your facts correct. Because if you came here to watch me, you came for the right person, but you came in with the wrong idea. Get your shit straight. Let's look at what she but I'm not gonna spend my time on my show talking about you, Ben. I'm not gonna give the benefit of the doubt. You're not worth my time. Let's continue. Everybody, let's drop it. Let's not give him the chat. Actually, Starry, if he does it again and again and again, just ban him. Mugshots of Jose, the suspect in Laken Riley's murder. Britt Nicole says block. And his brother, Diego. Diego is his name. That's Diego. Don't they have something in common? It's that look. Look at their look. They have that in common, that jaw that pops out. It's disgusting. I thought you were Spanish. No, I'm mixed as hell. I'm heavily mixed. I'm heavily mixed, like a lot. My ugly ass is mixed. Jamie Starr. Oh, Jamie, I haven't seen you in a while. Jamie Starr. She says, I want the UGA, such a tragedy for the beautiful town of Athens. Oh, you went to UGA. Oh, Jamie. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit, that's cool. So this is the brother that got arrested for the green card. Thank you, Jamie Starr. I appreciate you. Jasmine, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What did Diego do? He got arrested for action. That's kind of a big coincidence that he works there. He works there. He works at UGA. And he got arrested for a fake green card. It's kind of crazy, right? How karma just sets in and bites you in your ass because you did something bad, illegal, and you're paying for it. And then you thought you were okay, but you wasn't because your brother got in trouble, which linked your ass. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Isn't he one of the guys that was kicking officers in New York? He was in New York. He was. Correct. He was. It's okay, Scorpio. You're fine. You can go get some rest. Rosa said, bye-bye, Ben. Damn right. Thank you for this. Breezy, well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Look at you. You guys are my little detectives. I thought I'm the one that does all the research. Incredible. You guys are incredible in the chat. I'm talking about every single one of you. Badge or not. Just a follower or whoever you are, you know? Diane, my husband is Italian. You both have such passion for what you do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you very much. Yes, I'm a proud Italian. I hope he has fun in hell. Oh, he's done in jail. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Nikki Haley. All right, everyone. That seems to be the biggest updates that I have right now on this case. Why don't I read normal chat? I do read normal chat. I read anybody. It's just Facebook, the people that have the badge, they have priority. The people over YouTube who has the badges, the crowns and green color, they just have priority. That's just how it is. They believe in the cause and they get their comments featured. That's just how it is. You're legit real. Thanks. You're Bella. I will always be real. I give the facts. If I don't, I apologize. I'll move on and I make sure I make up for it. I'm real. I will always be real. It's about the cause. You understand? It's not about the money. It's not about anything else. It's about the cause. It's about who's really gonna give you the fact? Who's out here really gonna be telling you? Like, you got podcasts that report stuff. I don't just report stuff. I report, let you guys speak, feature your comments, let you call and talk, and give you my thoughts as well. You know, and I thought about just me giving you stuff. I'll allow everyone to give each other stuff. You always got to learn this. Great minds think alike, but best comes when we work as a team. 5 brains are better than 1. Oh, this is why I created this system. You know what I'm talking about? You got to be authentic. You got to be raw. You have to learn to not just talk out your mouth, but you have to deliver. You understand? Make sure you find a podcaster that knows not only what he's talking about, but he's transparent. That's how you know when he's raw. Trust me. Oh, he's okay. So the brother's going to jail. Somebody said a good question. He might go to jail for life, but the brother's for 10 years. So the brother's going to be in jail for 10 years for illegal documents. He is, I mean, Jesus Christ, if they don't get the chair with this guy, what? Like, honestly, what is? Give him the chair. Publicly do it. Show people, yo, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Christine with the 100 stars says, we love you, Nova. And I love you. Thank you so much. Keely Field with the 100 stars. Thank you so much. She says, you are always truth. Telling them that's what I adore you. Oh, of course, Keely. Always, always. I appreciate you guys. T. Thomas says, thank you for covering this, Nova. I live in Athens, work at UGA, and we're all shook here. T. Thomas, you work there. Okay. T. Thomas, if you worked at UGA, I mean, I don't mind giving like a call. Let's do that. T. Thomas, come to this. T. Thomas, go join the Discord, connect with me, or message me on Facebook. We'll give you an exclusive interview tomorrow. I'll give you an interview tomorrow. Quick interview, 10 minutes, if that's okay, if you would like that. We'll get you involved. You were there. I mean, you worked there when that happened. I mean, have you not seen this guy? No, not this Artard. His baby daddy right here. His brother, his butt buddy. Did you see him working there? T. Thomas, answer the question because I'm about to, did you see him working there? This guy. He works there. Keena with the 199 super chat says, pray they don't deport him and prosecute him. I see what you're saying. How often do you come here? Every day, Sam. Every day. If I don't stream, then something's wrong. Or I might be resting. Brother got a job real quick after New York. Right, K. Cole. Right. No, can you please update us on all the other cases? I'm already on it. Right now, I have 6 active cases, and tomorrow might be my 7th one, or it might be Monday. Thank you, Keiko. Starry Nights. Thank you, Starry Night. I appreciate you so much. So much. No, but I don't eat in the dining halls. That's mostly for students. Okay, I hope I can give you an interview tomorrow. If you are interested, message me on Discord or just join the Discord. Oh my God. How the F did he get a job? Because he had a fake green card. Sam Witch, he had a fake green card. When his brother committed that act, they connected with him and they realized his documents were fake. And that's why he's in jail for tracing up to 10 years. He's getting prosecuted right now. Status of Liberty shaking her list. Statue of Liberty shaking her list. Excuse me. All right, guys. So I think we all caught up. I just checked my feed. We're all caught up to all up-to-date information on the case. I'm looking right now. And I'm going to check one more time. Do not go anywhere. Yes, we are all up to date on this case of the beautiful Laken Riley. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Get ready for merch. Merch is about to release next month. I will let you know what week and what day. I am going to say this. You might want to get ready for merch because there is a limited time sweater that's going to be there. It will be taken down on the website once released. Merch will be cycled. That means that the merch will be there and then it will go away after 3 to 4 months. And you think that that's enough? It's not enough because I'm cycling new inventory every 4 months. The first set, that means the first set of the collection will be a bit expensive, but moving forward throughout the months, it will be less expensive because I'm going to try to do merch myself. But right now I have a manufacturer creating the merch for you to get your Novesity merch for one being limited time premium edition. And don't worry about it. If you are owed merch, you will get it. You just got to give it a second. Please be patient. Join the Discord. Hit the like, share button on Facebook. Facebook, we only have 56 shares. Facebook, what's going on? What's going on, Facebook? I thought you love this. Facebook, hit the share button. I would appreciate that very much. Hit the follow button if you're brand new. Over my people over at YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you don't hit the subscribe button, that's okay. This is how many people that didn't hit the subscribe button, by the way. Have a look. 63.5% are not subscribed, but they watch. That's crazy. Hit the subscribe button over at YouTube. I would appreciate that very, very, very much. All right. Thank you for my star senders, my super chatters, people who gifted in the chat. Holy chicken strips. Thank you so, so, so much. Women's panties. Oh my God. I can't do women's panties because I don't have, everything that I did, I modeled on myself. If I do women's panties, I have to put on the panties. I can't put on panties. I got a BBC. I can't put it in the panties. I would have to have someone model it for me. And I don't have a female model or someone that could take images of the panties for me. That sounds like pervish. I ain't gonna do that. Diane Little Morris says, shared you out. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I think we're wrapped up, guys. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. I appreciate you. But I think that we are all summed up here for tonight. It's been a very interesting podcast. I appreciate you guys very much. Hit one more time, hit the subscribe, like, whatever you guys like. More updates coming on the case. More to come. I appreciate you very much. Not everyone can't afford it. Then you don't have to get it, Gloria. You're perfectly fine. You're not entitled to get the merch. You don't have to get it. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to get it. No, doing t-shirt is the only thing better. I am. We got a hat. Something. I can't say nothing. That's all I'm going to say. All right. More updates coming to you on all the cases that I provided in the past. Please look back at the cases we discussed. If you missed it, if you just tuned it in, rewind it, watch this podcast, you would enjoy it. And thank you everyone else for being here. Let's see who was my last super chat so I can say goodbye. And my last star center. Kana, thank you so much. Kana, have a good night. Appreciate you very much. DC, you're wild. Thank you. Love you guys. I got to go get some food, guys. I'm starving. And it's officially 12 p.m. here in New York. I got to go get some food. I am starving. All right. What is my Cashapp? My Cashapp and Venmo is in the description. It's not mandatory. You don't have to. But anything that goes to Cashapp goes directly back into merch. Anything direct donos definitely helps the stream tremendously by tenfold. It goes directly into the Novesity account automatically to fund anything we do here, such as equipment, traveling. Like if I have to go, say a big case happens, a little girl gone missing and people are looking for her or something wild, I'll take a plane, that'll pay for my trip. I'll go over there. That's exactly how it works. Somebody just asked a question and I answer it. There you go. Okay, Facebook, there we go. All right, bye guys. I love you guys. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.